question 3, spreadsheets. The data of the metals is stored in the 3-metal spreadsheet. Open the 3-metal spreadsheet and work in the metals worksheet. Make the following changes to the first row. So in the first row, they say merge and center cell A1 to P1. So here's A1, and we go all the way through to P1. Okay, merge and center. There's a little button, we click on it, and it merges and centers it at once. Add a light blue shading to the merged cell. So the cell that I've currently got selected, I'm going to go here to the fill and light blue. There we go. Now it says use a spreadsheet feature on cell A5 to A43 that will automatically insert the rank from 1 to 39. So over here, I'm going to start by typing in 1. Then I'm going to go to the bottom right hand corner, click down and drag it all the way down to 43. Now as you can see, it copies the 1. So what I need to do is click on this little block here and go to full series. Okay, and it puts the numbers in for me all the way to 39. It says each country needs a unique code to receive the overall final results. Use the formula in cell B6 to create this unique code by using the following instructions. So over here in B6, they want me to add a code that's going to abbreviate, put the abbreviation for the country, followed by at, and then the total number of gold medals for the country. Now, looking at the data over here, if I use the function write and I say write, let's say 5, it's going to take the brackets as well. And the example does not want the brackets, it just wants the abbreviation. So they give us the example for the top one here, AUS for Australia. Then it's got the at symbol, and then the total for the gold, which is 80. Now over here, we need to make sure that we just get the BAN out for Bangladesh. Now we do not want the brackets, so we can't use the function right because it's going to include the brackets. So we need to use a function that is called mid. So I'm going to start in here by typing in equals mid. And now what we're going to do, you can see it says here text. So the text I want to look at is this one here in cell C6. The next option here is starting number. So mid allows me to pick a starting number, and after that the number of characters I wanted to count. So I want the starting number to start here at this B for BAN. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the computer to find the first bracket and then to add 1 to that in order to start at the B. So over here, where it says starting number, I'm going to type in find. Then I'm going to find what? Find the first bracket, which is the round bracket. There we go, quotation mark. Within what text? Within this text. Then I'm going to close the bracket for the find, and then I'm going to say plus 1. So instead of it just starting at the bracket, now it's going to start at B. Then we're going to put a semicolon. In your computers, it might just be a comma. And then the number of characters that I want, it's the B, the A, and the N. So it will be 3. There we go, 3. So I'm just going to close this now and push enter to show you what the result will look like. So there, as you can see, it's pulled out the B, the A, and the N, and it hasn't included the brackets. Alright, now to carry on, over here, I want to add an at symbol, so I'm going to say ampersand, quotation mark, at, quotation mark, ampersand, and then the last one, I'm going to click on the total for the gold. There we go. Push enter, and then I get BAN at 0. If I were to copy this down, you can can see how it pulls out all the abbreviations without the brackets. It adds the @ symbol, and then as you can see here, that was the total for the gold for Canada. Alright, moving on. It says use a suitable spreadsheet feature to apply the 3-star icon set in the range K5 to K43 as follows. If the number is greater than or equal to 10, a full star should appear. If the number is between 5 and 9, boundaries included, half a star should display, and if the number is less than 5, a blank star should display. So they want us to format this with the stars using criteria. So the feature they're referring to is conditional formatting. So the first step is to go to the range that they've asked us to do, and they've specified H5, so this is H5, so I'm going to select that all the way down to the K43. There we go, so that's the range selected. Now go here to conditional formatting, and it's not going to be highlight rule, color scales, it's going to be icons, and then it's this one with the stars. Now if I click on this, I won't be able to change the criteria, so I need to go to more rules. Over here, the icon style, I'm going to select the stars. Here you can see the stars get put in for me, and now it says when value is greater than or equal to, and here it says 67 and it says percent type. So first of all, I'm going to say these are numbers. Once I've done that, the first number and the criteria, they said greater than or equal to 10 must be a full star. So here's a full star, greater than or equal to, and here I fill out 10. Then the next one says a half a star must be between 5 and 9. Half a star should display. So between 5 and 9. So if I come here, you'll see that this just says greater than and then greater than equal to. So I've got to either use greater than equal to or greater than in order to get this criteria right. Now they say between 5 and 9, including the boundaries, which is 5 and 9. And you see this one goes greater than or equal to 10. If I go here and say 5, everything from 5 up to 9 will be in this range, which is exactly what the criteria is asking. Now, as you can see here, it says when less than 5, and that is the last criteria they got put in for us. When I click on OK, you'll see the stars get put in, and if it's 7, you can see it's half a star, 13 is above 10 is a full star. So there we're done. Use a function in cell P5 to display the word qualify. So here in P5, I need to display the word qualify if the total number of medals, that's for gold, bronze, and silver, is greater than or equal to 50. Otherwise, cell should be left blank. So I'm using a function in the cell to display the word qualify if. There's my keyword if. So the function I'm using will be if. Now they're saying that the total number of medals, gold, silver, and bronze. So what we're going to do here is say if this cell plus this cell plus this cell, which are all the totals, are greater than or equal to 50, then we need to put the word qualify. Remember to put it into quotation or inverted commas so that the computer realizes that it is a string. And then the next part of the formula is if it is false, they want it left blank, so I'm just going to fill it in like that, blank, close the bracket and push enter, and it should say qualify. Why? Because these values added together will be greater than 50. If I copy this down, you will see where the values 0 plus 2 plus 0 is 2. That value is not equal or greater than 50. It doesn't do anything to the cell. Leaves it blank. Alright, there we go. Turning over, it asks us to work in the chart called the worksheet chart. So here we go. There we go. Chart. Inside here it says we need to edit the graph or chart to appear as shown in the example below by following the instructions below. So the first instruction says add a graph or chart title with this text top 5 nations. So over here we're going to click on the graph, we're going to go to plus, and here we'll see it says chart title. The box doesn't have a tick in it, so we tick the box, and over here it gives us a little space where we can type in top 5 nations. Okay, once that is done, the next instruction asks us to move the legend to the bottom of the chart. So if we go to the plus, we go down to where it says legend, and then we click on the arrow, and it gives us options right, top, left, and bottom. We need it at the bottom, so we click on bottom. Okay, so far so good. Change the vertical axis values to display as shown in the example above. Now, the example, it starts at 0 and then moves up 20s and ends on 100. Right now, you can see we start on 0, moves up in increments of 5, and it ends on 50. So we're going to click on the axis, right click and say Format Axis. Over here, our maximum is going to be 100. As you can see over here, it's already put it at 100. But now what we need to change is the intervals of 5. So here where it says major, interval is 5, we are going to change that to 20. Okay, as you can see, starts from 0, goes 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. That's exactly what our example has. Alright, close this. Okay, next one says add the 3 gold image found in your examination folder so that it is stacked for the gold data series. So if you can see here, they've got an image here for silver and an image for bronze, but the gold series is just a blue fill. So what we're going to do is right click on the series, say Format Data Series, and over here we go to the bucket, we say Fill, and then we say Picture or Text. Under here we go to Insert Picture, from File. Again, all my stuff is saved in my desktop, and they want us to insert the 3 gold. So there we go, say Insert, and there it's inserted. Now as you can see, it's stretched the image. We don't want the image stretched. The question says stacked. So if we come down here, you can see it says stretched. So by default it put it in like that. We need to just click on stack, and there we go. It looks exactly like the other ones. Alright guys, that was 28 marks. Make sure to save and close it. Well done.